Good evening, everybody. I now know that we are live. We are going. I don't really know what to say. Welcome to the most tin pot thing in the world. I didn't know how to stream a face cam and my screen at the same time until about 2 hours ago. And I still don't know if it's probably working or not. So if you can hear me, all right, then please let me know in the comments. I assume everything's all right. I'll just have a quick look in here. This is what I'm using. Uh, where is the decibels? Yeah, that everything should be all right. So I'll go back to here and we'll give it a few more minutes for more people to join the stream. Close that ad. Don't want to be advertising any bollocks around here. Um, oh, mate, like I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but hopefully it'll be all right in the end. Right. So whilst we're waiting for a few more to hop on, I'll um, I'll set up the wheel itself. So let me get the driver list up first. Let me get the driver list up, driver lineup, driver lineup. Okay, okay. So Johnny Everest, Scotty and Cherry, Frenzy and Casto. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry for any lag at all because my Wi-Fi is pretty shite. Because I'm surprisingly not connected to an Ethernet cable on my laptop. Um, and where I am in the house, the Wi-Fi is dog shit on my computer sometimes. So yeah, but if there is any lag, I can only apologise. Then we've got full and Cam. We've got Epic and Leicester. Mrs. Carl is with El Steefy Boy. And we've got Chubb and Stewie. GGC and Demon. I'll put UK Demon. Okay. Demon. And we've got Freddy Saint. And I'm just going to put Doctor. Doctor. And then myself all alone. There we go at the bottom. So that's all of these ones done. I should probably open a separate tab. UK tab. And then I'll put in all of the team names. So I'll put in Ferrari, McLaren, Aston Martin, Marin, Martin, who the fuck else on the grid? Oh, Alpha, Tauri, or fucking Visa Cash App Red Bull. Well, it's not even Red Bull, it's just RB. Like, what a shit name. Williams. Is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who the bloody hell am I missing off? Ryan McLaren, Aston Martin. I'm missing Alpine. Fuming, I was showing there. See, that's just how forgettable French are. Like, sorry if anyone's French. Right, there we go then. I think what I'm going to do is I'll spin this wheel first and then go on to the other drivers to the driver list and spin there. Let's see how many we've got in the live stream. We've got 7 in it at the minute. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? How are you doing, Mrs. Cole? Hopefully more people join. I've got 15 now. That's good. That's good. Hopefully more people join because as you can see at the bottom here, there is a gallery tab. Oh, I hope that didn't come up. Well, you didn't see out. You didn't see out. All right. Um, yeah, it looks like it's lagging around a lot, which is a bit disappointing. Wish I have an Ethernet cable because then it would work pretty seamlessly. I'm doing very good. I've had a nice relaxing weekend with my girlfriend, and she just went home earlier. Um, right, Joe, take it. Yeah, mate. Oh, we'll give it a few more minutes. I hope this isn't too laggy. That's my only concern. Is it's too laggy. From my end, it doesn't look brilliant. I've got the stream up on my phone next to me, that's why I'm looking down. It looks a bit dodgy. Hoping the audio is okay though. If the audio is fine, then I'm not too asked. Give it a few more minutes. Yeah, audio's alright. As long as the audio's fine, then I'm not too asked. We'll give it until 40. Yeah, if only my Wi-Fi wasn't shit, then this would be alright. Or it would have been good if I could have connected an Ethernet cable into my laptop, but I can't. So yeah, if I could have connected an Ethernet cable, it would have been perfect. Scotty's destined for spinning out at turn 1 at the first race. That's what Scotty's destined for. He's only alright. Yeah. Right. Yes. Oh dear. Whilst waiting, I'll give my quick opinions on last night's pre-season race. I thought it was pretty entertaining, to be honest. Seemed to be a lot of quick drivers at the front, which looked good. It looked very tight, I guess, just like last season. But I feel like the difference will be this season's that as grids begin to get more familiar with each other as seasons go on, you learn how everyone races. Everyone has a good idea of how people race now and what we expect from everyone. I expect the first race of the season, or the first few races, to be chaotic. The first race, especially, I expect some chaos, but and then that's why the second race is what it is, because hopefully it might tame it down a little bit. Um, but the first race has to be a fucking corker. So right, I've given everyone enough time to get in, so I'm just gonna fucking crack on with it. To be honest, um, Right, let's get into it then. We'll start by spinning the teams first. So I'll go ahead and do that. The first team to be selected is going to be the Alpine by the look of it. The French nonsense. Here we go. So, who is going to be in the Alpine? Let's hope it's kept the names. It has. Please don't let it be me. Here we go. It's lagging a little bit. It looks like it's going to be Full Air and Lister. It is. Oh, not Full Air, sorry. Epic and Lister. Epic and Lister are in the Alpine. So, if anyone's watching this, Scotty preferably, note this down if that's all right, or anyone note it down, or I'll just have to go back through and look at it at the end. So there you go. Epic and Lister are in the Alpine, both two extraordinary drivers. Epic, bit like the early years of Max Verstappen, really showed a lot of pace, right, but couldn't pick up the consistency a lot of the time. So hopefully he finds a bit more consistency this season. But there we go. Epic and Lister will be racing in the Alpine next season, and it looks like the stream has just completely lagged. Chubb for Alpine, he looks French. Lister, for fuck's sake, I'm wounded. Yeah, well, it's not too bad. It's like my only saving grace is like I feel like the equal performance cars can feel that like very minute differences just by like the dimension of the car, and the dimension of the Alpine isn't awful. So that's the only saving grace, I guess. Whilst this stream is still lagging like shit, I'm just gonna keep getting on with it. I don't know. It's just the Wi-Fi. That's all it is. As long as the audio is still right, keep. If the audio goes to shit, let me know, and I'll have to do something different. Um, Here we go. We'll get on with the second one. Let's go. Who's gonna be the second constructor? It's gonna be Haas by the looks of it. No, it's gone into the Mercedes. Who is going to be driving the Silver Arrows this season? I wouldn't mind it myself, to be honest. Here we go. It's not going to be me, is it? No, it's nowhere near. GGC and UK Demon. Yes, it is. There you are. GGC UK Demon, the new pairing for this season. I believe UK Demon did race in the Friday GP3 League or GP2 League, whatever it was. And he might have reserved a few times on a Monday, but GGC is a seasoned veteran in RPR now. He was so close to getting a podium in the final race in Qatar, but Mrs. Carr just about got over the line. She was trundling along with no fuel left in the car. So hopefully them two can have a good season together, and yeah, in that all black Mercedes. Right, let's go then. The third constructors, as my wheel lags on my screen, it's going to be Red Bull. Huge one. Who's going to be driving for the pedo? Well, he's not a pedo, but sending unsolicited dick pics to colleague. You know, it's Nazi behaviour in it. Let's be real. Who's going to be driving for this dodgy bloke? Let's have a gander. Here we go. Here we go. It's not me. It's going to be Johnny and Erez. Johnny and Erez for the Johnny, the reigning champion of the 010 season. He'll be hoping to keep hold of that title. As we saw last night, it might be a bit difficult for him. Erez, just like GGC, Erez is more of a seasoned vet, to be honest. Erez is probably the longest serving driver in RPR, other than Chubb. Erez and Chubb are the two, yeah, that have completed the most amount of races in RPR. So saying he's a seasoned vet is a bit of an understatement for Erez. So them two are teaming up. Hopefully they can challenge strongly for the constructors and maybe even challenge for the driver title. Johnny will definitely be expecting that. Erez might not, but he'll be looking to support his teammate in that bid. I need you to remove that bollocks. Get rid of that. That's pissing me off, man. Right, there we go. Back over to the constructors. Let's see who we get. Who's it going to be? So it's going to be the McLaren. It is the McLaren. It is the McLaren, the British manufacturer. Well, actually, my girlfriend's sister's boyfriend works for McLaren, not the F1 team. They work for the automotive side. Right, on to the driver then. Who's going to be able to drive in that sponsored out McLaren car? It's going to be Frenzy and Casto. Casto won the pre-season race yesterday. Frenzy, the man that never likes to qualify, he always just starts at the back of the grid. Is he lazy? Could he perform better throughout the season if he just qualified? Probably, but we'll never know. But Casto looked like he had a lot of pace yesterday, so I'm looking forward to racing against him in McLaren. Right, let me just check if the stream's all right. So that's McLaren down as well. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more constructors. That must mean we have 6 more pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then myself. There we go. So we will keep going because the stream looks fine to me. Still laggy as fuck. Like I've said, I can't do shit about that. Let's go. Let's go then. If it's gonna fucking go. Here we are. The next constructor is going to be Ferrari. Been in news recently. I've got more of them. Let's see. Let's see who's going to be racing in the legendary outfit. The Italians, the people that make great pasta and that have stolen Lewis Hamilton. Let's go. Who is going to be racing in that red? It's going to be Freddie and Doctor. Freddie and Doctor in the Ferrari. Freddie raced a few races in the first half of the season in the 010 season. He then took a step away because he didn't think he was good enough, but I thought he was all right. And then Doctor as well, who's his friend, who he's just invited to the league, and we welcome him with open arms, and we hope he has a great time driving it in that Ferrari car. So let's remove that pair. So we've still got Scotty and Cherry, Fuller and Cam Ruddy, Mrs. Colin El Stefano, Chubb and Stewie, and then myself. Let's get rid of the Ferrari as well. Cars remaining: Aston Martin, AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo, Williams, and Haas. So pretty much all of the dog shit ones that are left. I mean, I'm not too bothered. I just don't really want the Haas, to be honest, but I probably will end up in it. Let's go then. The next constructor is going to be Haas, maybe? No. The Williams. It's going to be the Williams. I'd happily take the Williams. Let's go. Who's going to be in the Williams? I don't think it's going to be. No, it's miles away from myself. Fuller and Cam Ruddy. A very exciting partnership, I feel. He's no longer the rookie. He performed brilliantly last season. Picked up some good results. Fuller picked up a few podiums, I believe, and produced some amazing on-track racing. Both are lovely kids. I mean, you can't go wrong. 2 top lads in a top team, really. So we'll remove them two, and we'll remove the Williams. 4 cars left, 4 driver pairings left. Let's spin that wheel. That was cringy. Who's it going to be? It's going to be the Alpha Tauri or the Visa Cash App RB. Let's go then. 3 partnerships and 1 individual left. And it's going to be me. Brilliant. Ah, I don't really know what to say. I didn't really want the Alpha Tauri, but that's the wheel of doom, isn't it? You get what you're given. So yeah, can't wait. I guess I'll try and produce some good performances in the Alpha Tauri, or do we call it the Minardi, or do we call it the Toro Rosso, or the RB, or the Racing Bulls? Who knows? So I'm definitely not calling it V Carb, or V to Cash Out Red Bull RB. Right, 3 cars left. You've got the Aston Martin, Alfa Romeo, and the most pointless team to probably exist in modern F1 over the past 10 years. You've got Haas. Let's go. Who's it going to be? It's going to be the Aston Martin. The British Racing Green is going to be worn by which driver pairing? Looks like it's going to be Chubb and Stewie. A great driver pairing. Chubb, Mr. RPR himself, Mr. Rapid Pixel Racing. He has won a constructor's title with yours truly in the past, so he'll be looking to win another one with Stewie, who's an incredible driver. If you don't know who he is, he raced in a bit of the Sunday League last season. He's a top lad with some good pace, and yeah, he'll be looking to not only go for the Constructors' Championship, but he should also be looking to put a bid in for that Drivers' Championship. So there you go. Championship will be in the racing green of the Aston Martin. We've got 2 pairings left, Scotty and Cherry, the brother-in-laws, and Mrs. Carl and El Stefano. Who is going to get the Haas and who is going to get the Alfa Romeo? The Alfa Romeo is going to be driven by. The Alfa Romeo is going to be driven by Scotty and Cherry by looks of it, meaning the Haas is being driven by Mrs. Carl and El Stefano. Wow. Scotty and Cherry, what do you say about them in the Alfa Romeo? Scotty in the Alfa Romeo, I mean, I'm pretty sure his Discord picture is still that. It is still the bloody Alfa Romeo logo. Yeah, it is. So there you go. That is perfect. Scotty has he got a constructors championship? I don't know. I don't think so. Cherry does though. There we go. So Scotty, he's been here so long, won fair few races. He's got podiums galore, and he hasn't won a constructors championship. But old Cherry does have a constructors championship. So I mean, Cherry's got one over his brother-in-law, I guess. There, that'll be an entertaining pairing. Hopefully, Cherry's Cherry. I mean, he'll provide some entertainment, hopefully, and pick up some good results along the way. And then the only other people left is Mrs. Carl El Stefano, who will be in the Haas team. Mrs. Carl produced some incredible performances last season, much better than what her husband produced in the past. How long has Carl been in the league for? I want to say since 004, maybe that early on. I'm not too sure, but he's been here a while as Carl at this point, and I was supposed to say Mr. Carl produced a very, very good season that Carl would only love to produce. And El Stefano is another one of these seasoned vets who seems to have been around for ages. He's picked up some constructor championships, helping the legendary Moyland, 2-time world champion. Well, I'll say world champion, RPR champion, 2-time RPR champion, to not only them championships, but also constructors championships as well. I think they picked up one in that time, and Dutch Face and someone else, Johnny, I believe, picked up a constructor championship in one of them title winning seasons for Moylan. So that's the wheel of doom done. I hope Scotty has been writing this down, or Chubb, or anyone really, because I haven't been writing it down. So, and if no one's writing it down, then I'm going to have to go back through it and find out everything. But that's not just it. I'm not just going to do the Wheel of Doom and leave it there. We've got another little announcement to make, and that is the season calendar for this season. The last hour, I've been sat here making a graphic. I think it's pretty good. I can't lie. So I'm going to give people until the hour to get back in. Here we go. I'm pretty sure that's a threat that no one wants. If you go have a look, if you're watching this, go have a look at the Discord. That's a threat no one wants. No one wants that happening to them. Fuck you, Jack. I taught her everything. You taught her everything you know. Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's clearly visible on track. The aggressive dive bombs into turn one. I feel like the teaching was a lot. This is what I do. Don't do it. So, and she's taken that on board and produced some very good performances last season. I can't wait to see more and hopefully share some battles. I think we at one point I got spun out and probably should have been on for the win, but I got spun out and then dropped back in the pack, and I ended up having a little battle with Mrs. Carl, and it was very fun actually. So, hoping for a few more in the season. To be honest, I hope everyone has a good race this season. To be honest, I hope we get off to a good start. Unlike last season, we had a few awkward races start the season off, and I'm looking to avoid that this year. Uh, she's worse against you. This is something we need to see. We need to see both Mr. Carl and Mrs. Carl on track at the same time, having a proper ding dong battle. That'd be class. But we're getting close to the hour now. We've got a few seconds to go. So I'm going to release the season 11 calendar. I'm hoping everyone's going to like this because we love the idea that we had, and we like the way we incorporated it. Um, so I'm hoping you all are going to like it as well. We'll give it a few more seconds and then we'll get on with it. Right. I'm not going to get some shit countdown doing. I'll literally just wait until the time goes on my phone, and then I'll bring up the graphic. So here we go then. Your season 11 calendar is as followed. If it loads. Here we go. If that's visible. There we go. We'll go full screen like that. There you are. There is your season 11 calendar. I'll quickly have a run through it. So to start off with, I've gone for a bit of a mental one. I've gone for a Saudi sprint to kick us off. Obviously, we've changed up the sprint races this season. It's now going to be a one-shot qualifying, followed by the standard sprint race that we've been doing. So typically anywhere between about 8 and 12 laps. It depends on the circuit, and then just 50% afterwards. But we thought that the one from last, like the format that we've had, hasn't really been a sprint. It's just been like more time basically race. It's just an extra race involved, but this actually makes it into a sprint. You've got short qualifying, um, then the sprint race and the format. Because obviously we used to do a normal race weekend would be a full qualifying followed by a 50% race, but that's long and it doesn't really get people involved. Second round is France. We haven't done that track yet on this game, so I put it in there. Uh, People like it, people don't like it. I'm a fan. I love racing the track especially on a set of Corsa Competizione. But I've also always been a fan of it in the game, so we added that in. And then we've got the addition of random races. I will quickly go through what a random race is. I've just realised that my camera is blocking the bottom left, and that's a good reason for blocking that. I'll tell you what that one is. So random races will work as followed. Uh, Obviously, we run the practice session that is not mandatory from 7:30 till 8:30. If you join that practice session, you will find out what the track is obviously immediately, so you'll know an hour before. Um, I'm pretty sure we'll do something where it's like if you leave that practice session, then go and do like your own practice, you get some sort of penalty. Or if you put it in the Discord before 8 o'clock or half an hour before the race, which is when we'll be releasing and announcing what the track is, yeah, then there'll be a penalty as well. So that's how random races will work. Random races are literally any track that you can't see on the screen here. Um, so there's 10 tracks in here, so the rest 14 are in the pool to be raced. Um, Probably me will do a Wheel of Doom like that. I mean, I can stream it if people think I'm gonna like lie about it. I can like stream me going on my phone and doing one take of it if people really want, and upload that. But it's if you think I'm going to lie or not, which what reason do I have to lie? Um, so yeah, I'll do that as I'm setting up the practice lobby, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, and then after each one is so after the first round, whatever track that is, will get taken out of the pool of tracks. We've only got four this season. We're going to see how it goes. Four random races, five sprints, and five just regular races. Then got an Austria sprint after that. And after the Austria sprint, as you can't see in that bottom left corner, is Monaco on the 11th of March. Hasn't been done this season or on this game yet, so it has to be put in there. But by another random race, Coat Sprints always seems like a good one. Singapore always throws up some classic races in RPR, followed by another random track. Hungary Sprint. I don't think we've ever had a sprint race around Hungary, but Hungary, just like Singapore, produces some classic racing in RPR. So that'll be a good one. Silverstone has to make a return. I feel like it's a classic one to put on an RPR calendar. Followed by the final random race. And then I thought I'd finish it off with two absolute classics. None of this bollocks, right? Finish it off in the Middle East or Las Vegas or whatever, right? Proper classics, mate. Suzuka, normal Suzuka race followed by a Brazil sprint. What a way to finish off a season. So yeah, that's the little graphic I made. I hope everything's like readable. I've done it so it's readable. I will send that to myself and upload it into the Discord. I've checked through all the dates and they all look good. Um, so yeah, I hope you like the calendar. I hope you like the idea of the random races. Um, that's me done. I hope everyone's happy with their teams. If not, tough luck. Get on with it. I hope everyone loves the season, and I hope the calendar. Sorry, and I hope everyone can't wait to get started next weekend or next Monday because I definitely can't wait. I'm really, really looking forward to this season. Looking forward to getting on track. There's a lot of good people who are going to be fighting towards the front and throughout the full grid. Should be a good mix of drivers fighting at the front, fighting in the midfield, and a few at the back. So everyone should have some competition really, which I think is the most important thing that RPR produces. Is yeah, it might not be the most competitive, the fastest grid in the world. That's not what we're trying to get. We all come here to race and have a good laugh, really, don't we? At the end of the day, um, and the people at front might take a bit more competitive. People towards the back just turn up for the love of racing and want to race likewise people. So yeah, that's all from me. Anyway, I don't know how much social media stuff I'm going to do. I've got quite a busy few months, finalising dissertations and final projects and stuff. But we've got the legendary RRL Cyro, who's going to be doing commentary for us this season. He did a great job last year, and he said he'll do it again this year. So, yeah, what's not to look forward to with Rapid Pixel Racing in 2024 for the 011 season? Can't believe it's in the 11th season. Unreal. I remember joining nearly 10 seasons ago. Fucking hell. Yeah, you've been here for 10 seasons. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to let you all go off. Um, do whatever you do for your evening. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you like the calendar. Hope you like your team. And yeah, we'll see you in a bit.